Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great weekend, safe weekend. Let's make it a great week, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Be yourself around others. The biggest assumption that humans make is that they see everyone. The biggest assumption humans make is that everyone sees life the way we do. We assume that others think the way we think, feel the way we feel, judge the way we judge, and abuse the way we abuse. We are afraid to be ourselves around others because we think others will judge us, victimize us, abuse us, and blame us as we do ourselves. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 23, Nasdaq up 22, S&P's up 7.5. Gold contract up $16.20, trading at $1,412 an ounce. Silver up 79 cents at $24.30 an ounce. Platinum up 18 at $1,537 an ounce. Copper up 7.5 pennies at $3.31 a pound. Light sweet crude up 87 cents at $108.52. Bonds down a point and 26 ticks at 130.03. King dollar up 243 ticks, trading out at 82.30. The euro down 18 at 131, and the yen up 22 at 99.56. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You have a cash S&P, folks. We got to a price point up here of 1651. Gave it up. It's at 1638. You did volume out here of 786 million, which, by the way, is not bad. We had 100 million came in right at the close. So, what do you have? Well, you swing low out here. Well, first off, it's an ABC structure on the way down. When we broke on the 27th, broke down, broke the B point, broke with volume. The top of that 27th out there is 1652. We get the 1651.35 today. Now, the way this market's trading, folks, I expect you're going to get one more bounce here. Why? Well, what you have is this. When we bounced out here today, well, here, I'll show you the divergence. So that's your S&P. I suspect we're going to, you're not going to get to a higher high than today, but we're going to bounce once again. Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. This is what you have with the Dow. Dow Industrials got to a price point today of 14,933. Couldn't handle the price. Closed at the low end, up 23 bucks. Dow probably wants to bounce another 20, 30 points. Have lighter volume tomorrow. Give it up. Nasdaq Composite. This is what we have with the Composite. Composite is up 22 bucks. Really had a sideways day. Going into the gap down. The gap down on the Composite, folks, is 36.52. We got to 36.37. Couldn't handle that price. We did 1.6 billion, which, by the way, is not bad. So that's saying, okay, she wants to push into this 36, 37 once again. Now, let me go over to the small caps. I want to show you something on the small caps. So if we use the IWM first, this is what you have with the IWM. IWM got down to a price point of 100.13. We did that with 37 million shares. Now, on Friday, you did 43 million. Was hammering that, rejected it. Not with, that's not dramatically lighter volume, but did reject it. Closed out at 101.06. It's like, okay, so the small caps look like they want to run into this 102.77, test it once again. Just deviant enough, no two ways about it. The way that we absolutely pulled back out here today, though, this baby is doing a complex ABC structure on the way down. The confirmation that it would be a complex one goes like this. So picture, we have broke the B point, broke it with volume. We go topside again with lighter volume, no doubt. The last 3 days with lighter volume. Today, though, you had an expansion of volume, then it gave it up on price. Backs down. When you get an expansion of volume, gives it up in price, folks. It's going to try to shoot that one more time. Gold contract. Let's go take a look at the gold contract. Now, we're going to have some deviance here. Here we go. Gold. What does gold do? Up 16 bucks. Does 198,000 contracts. Bottom line, and this is what's really sick, you know, it's a toss-up whether, well, first off, we did break to a lower low, had an increase in volume. Rejected that low, got higher, so you can make the argument, hey, you're pushing into 14, 13 with volume too. You can make that argument. My take on it is that gold's going to pull back to about 1,300 and $1,317 or $1,300. The gold equities, folks, just about every one of them are doing a small ABC structure on the way down. And that's how they like to come off bottoms. What we've had is this. We had a nice expansion off the bottom, huge percentage move off the bottom, came off that high last week with volume. They try to get into those levels today. Bottom line, there's only one equity that's not set up for a small ABC structure on the way down, and that's just deviance, just El Perfecto deviance. And what you have there, I suspect, just as the S&P was going south last week, taking the gold equities, you can in the silver equities, same thing is set up. Bonds, here's some deviance for you. Bonds, what did bonds do out here today? Bonds are off over 2 points, folks. Rejected lower price, did it with lighter volume. We rolled over, we did 442,000 contracts. You got down to 129.11, rejected that level, and that's where we came off the bottom. We had come off the bottom on this contract of 128.11. So bonds, bottom line, are going to make the run topside again for 132.04, and I expect you get 136 in the cards here. King dollar. What did King dollar do? King dollar, folks, building cause for much higher price. This is the second time in the past 2.5 weeks that you got the price move and the volume, and then it gave it up on price. The first time that we had that happen was going back on the 22nd of August. You got to a price point then of 81.95, had the volume, but closed out at 81.15. Couldn't hold price. Took a few more days, went up, took it out with volume. That we had taken that price point out with volume and price on the 29th. What do we do today? You get to a price point of 82.78. You close at 82.38. You do 41,000 contracts. This is building cause, folks, to get up and into the $85 area. That's how the bonds are shaking out right now. Euro, we go over to the euro. We take a look at the euro. What you have with the euro, she got down to a price point today of 131.39. Closed out at 131.75. Euro's making her way. She's got some support right here, but she's making her way down to the lower end of this scale, which is the 127 deal. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's take a look at some of the Dow stocks out here. You had American Express up 52 cents. Boeing was up $1. You had Oxy up 26. Big Blue. Let's go take a look at Big Blue. Big Blue was up $1.69. She doesn't have any juice. She's having a tough time. The lower range in Big Blue, by the way, folks, is 187.68. She's been out of that range now for about 2.5 weeks. Just about 2 weeks. Big Blue today did 3.4 million shares. That 3.4 is going into 3.9. We'll see if she can get any juice after the fact. Some of the high volume stocks out here today. We had let's see, Verizon has taken over. Well, they're going to buy the other part of Vodafone. That was down $1.37. You had Citigroup up $1. Coca-Cola was down, let's see, 26 cents. Delta was up 11. Some of the, there she is. We had Johnson & Johnson up 1. Microsoft, where's Microsoft? Microsoft is down $1.52. MSFT, they're buying the Nokia handset for absolutely zero, folks. Like $7.3 million, which is amazing. Bottom line, Microsoft, she's hammering those lows and hammering with volume. She was down with 154 million shares out here today. She's trading out at 31.88, and she's building cause to that's not that bad, actually. She's building cause only to get back to 28.50. So we'll see what kind of juice she has back at 28.50. You know, it's she's going to need a lot more juice to break down under that level. That's the way that is set up right now. We take a look at Verizon, VZ. Verizon out here, she did, let's see, she did 46 million shares out here today. We put this back on a longer-term basis, and what you're going to see is this. Her high out here is 54. She's at 46 right now, and she can. She's got a huge amount at 41.20. Bottom line is that I don't see it breaking down under that. Why? 404 million shares on a monthly, and last month we only did 203 million shares. Don't forget, folks, if you haven't signed up for our $10,000 cash trading contest, go to the front page of TFNN. You have only today and tomorrow. Yeah, because Thursday at noontime Eastern Time, the registration shuts down. We're going to be right back, folks.